it's Melissa. In this video, I'm going to answer one of the burning questions that we always get when it comes to DTF printers. What is the longer term, weekly, monthly maintenance like on the Uninet Xpress DTF printer? So this is a 17-inch printer. As you probably know if you've watched my previous videos, I actually went out to Uninet on Long Island to check out this brand new machine, and I am floored. This is a good one. The price tag is up there, but the quality is even higher, and I'm really excited about this. Now, I did do an intro to the Express. I also did a daily maintenance video, which is very short because, well, so is the daily maintenance. But this video is going to get further into what the weekly maintenance is like and what you need to do. How difficult is this machine to maintain? How much ink are you wasting in the waste tank? Like, what is actually going on? So let's take a look. So we are going to look at what the weekly maintenance is. So what we'll do is we will click regular maintenance. Again, we're going to hit both and then select. And this is going to tell us it's going to take about 50 minutes. Now, what happens with this is this moves these print heads over, giving you access to the two wet capping stations and the areas that we need to clean in here. So I believe that with the wiper and these areas here, we are going to use a solution to clean them with just a standard foam swab. So for both CMYK and the white. So let's do that. Okay, so before we clean, I just want to also point out one more thing. We also, with the weekly maintenance, need to just put a couple of dabs of grease along the guide where the print head, I'm so technical, where the print head moves along. We need to put on this rod so that it remains smoothly. And then I did want to also point out that this encoder strip down here, which is where it tells the print head where it is in position basically, that is metal, which is very unique. So those do not need to be cleaned. Okay, so this is how easy it is to clean. We have our foam swab, and again, you're only going to be able to see this one on the white, but we're going to duplicate that on the color side as well. So first thing that we're going to do, actually I was going to show you the grease, but we'll do that second. So we're just going to take some of our cleaning solution, and again, all of this comes with the printer. And you've got your foam swab, and you're going to go on either side of the wiper. If you're buying this printer, I'm assuming that you're familiar with these parts because this is not an entry-level printer. But we're going to go over here, and as you can see, this one's very well maintained, not very much stuff here at all. Okay, but you can see there is some ink there on the end of our swab. Now, obviously you're going to get a new swab to do this side, so let me do that. And I'll do that real quick, and then I'll show you guys that one. Just want to make sure. Okay, that one obviously has some darker color ink because we just did that side. Now, next thing that we are going to do is grease these little rods where the print head moves. So you can move the print head along the rods. Do not move it into the area of the capping station, but you can move it all the way, the rest of the way across to get to access the different points along the path. Okay, so I'm going to grab another swab and put just a dab of this grease. Again, this also comes with the machine. And just going to put a little bit along the way. And then we'll move this out of the way so we can get a little bit over, oops, on the farther side. And then when you're done, you can push the print head all the way over there, and when you are come out of maintenance mode, which you have 50 minutes to do, it is going to automatically reset into the home position. Okay, so I'm now greasing the other print head side, the colors. There's not specific places along the rod that you need to do this. It's just to help it so it runs smoothly. Okay, so we'll put that back over there, and that is part of the weekly maintenance. So you only need to do this once a week. But even if you had to do it every day, it's like 5 minutes. Of course, they give you 50 minutes, but that's all it is. Okay, do you want to finish the regular maintenance? Or do you want to extend? So if it's taking you 50 minutes because you got interrupted or whatever, you can actually extend it. So I want to finish, and I'm just pressing that on my on the screen, and now it's saying ready. And as you can see, this print head is coming back to the home position, and it's going to reset. Again, you don't want to move it there because it needs to be calibrated correctly into the correct position, so let it do that. You should be able to see the wipers were dropping down, and now we're ready to go, as it indicates on the screen that we are now ready to print. Okay, so that is all that you need to do on a weekly basis. Now, the screen also gives you when you go into that maintenance menu, it's going to give you a whole bunch of tasks that are going to say a certain percent near them. The higher the percent, the sooner that you are going to need to replace that part or perform that maintenance. So everything that I have, you can see, is like 2%, 1%, 10%. Once it gets to like 99%, you are going to want to perform that maintenance. Now, what I would recommend is after you do the daily maintenance, after you do the weekly maintenance that we just performed, all that cleaning, I would then go ahead and print a nozzle check just to make sure that all of your nozzles are firing. This is going to print both color, white, and the cleaning maintenance, or you can have the option to only do one or the other. You're at the home menu, you just go to the maintenance menu, and when we're ready, we're going to print nozzle check. And here you have the option of what inks you want to check. So if we print white and color, white is going to do not only white but also the cleaning fluid, so we can make sure that that's running as well. So we will click select. And now let's watch that come through. Now the white and the clear is going to be hard to see in here, but if we advance the film, we can easier see that, and I'll show you in just a minute. I think I said less than a minute. I think that was less than 15 seconds, to be honest. Okay, so this side, obviously, where the print head with the white and clear is, that's what that printed. We printed another one previously, and I want to just show you what that looks like. So here we have the white, and then the one that looks kind of like gray, that is the clear. And then obviously up here is the color. Now, why do you have the space in between? That is the distance of the two print heads. Now, once you print that and you're good to go, you can either leave it there and your next print will move forward, or you can click forward and the printer will advance past for you. So you can see it's moving. Now this forward motion is a set distance, which you can change. I'm just doing it so that it advances through right to the edge. And then it's not just going to stop unless you have your set distance, but you can just come back over here and click stop, and it will stop. That is it. So the maintenance on this is actually very, very easy, straightforward, intuitive. The screen tells you exactly what to do, when to do it, and a lot of this is actually self-maintenance. That is why the manual maintenance is so low, because there is that auto wet capping, there is that the auto circulation, and so you are going to get very, very little clogging. In fact, they claim that it is clog-free. I have a really hard time going that far, just knowing how DTF in general works. However, I will say that the maintenance on this machine, the parts on this machine, the quality of this machine are very, very, very promising. Now, what more can I say about it? I will say this is not for a at-home user. Obviously, the price tag alone is for someone who has a shop, who is going to need to hook up inline, who is going to be printing transfers and gang sheets to sell, who wants good quality, a reliable printer, and who does not want to be spending time performing maintenance, fixing this machine, fooling around with spilled ink and everything like that. So if you are looking for a high quality DTF printer, something that's easy to use, something that is going to be reliable, even if you are not printing on it every day, the Uninet Xpress is a really, really good option. It's an investment, but it is a really good machine. So all of the information that you guys are looking for, all of the links, different packages, things like that, in the description below. If you have not checked out my first print video or the daily maintenance, I will link to those as well. And I'll see you guys soon.